quite a party. I must admit I feel a little out of place. Someone was under the impression that I saved the Illumination Academy. You and I know better, of course. Congratulations, Karam. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to try to blend in.
Only someone truly amazing would be able to change a Sapiarch's mind. Of course, from what I've seen, you were certainly the right candidate. I just hope the Mages Guild is allowed to participate in the tower's protection. Well, the research we collected within Eben Standmont hasn't been taken as well as I hoped. Many have questioned the credibility of my sources. Still, I'm hopeful that something good will come from our time there.
My, I have heard such tales about you. Would you consider giving the troops rights to your story? I've always thought I'd make a rather good nocturnal. But now is not the time for such talk. Be merry, my little sneak. You deserve it. Spectacular as always. We've even started on a new production. I'd love to give you the details, of course, but confidentiality is first and foremost within my troop, as you well know. And please, feel free to visit. I always enjoy our little chats.
Razumdar, remove your furry seat from our throne.
After all Raz has done for Queen and country, you would deny him this small comfort?
Why Cousin Irene tolerates you, we'll never understand.
I've had a lot of time to reflect on my actions in Shimmerine, to truly see how I let my prejudice blind me. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not pleased that we've opened our borders, but if my home is changing, then so must I.
It was hatred that changed my son. Hate of the new. Hate of those different from us. And here you are, a newcomer. The very reason we're all still alive. I hope your actions change the minds of many others before they too take the wrong path.
We deal with Razumdar out of respect for our dear cousin. But some days are more trying than others.
Raz could get used to such a seat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. This one would prefer a throne with far more padding. But enough of such talk. Today we celebrate your victory. From newcomer to savior of Summerset. Quite the feat, yes? Raz thought of many different plans once he heard of this meeting. He is glad the first turned out so well. His other plans, well, there is no need to dwell on such unsavory details. This one never doubted you could do it, Five Claw. Actually, Raz may have doubted you a few times, or many times, but he apologizes for that. After all, you have now proven yourself most capable. And of course, no heroic deed is complete without a reward. Raz did indeed. On behalf of Queen Irene, this is for you. Ironic how Summerset was saved by one of the newcomers it so distrusts. This is a good lesson for the High Elves, yes. Maybe now they'll realize that change is not so bad after all. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Raz certainly plans to.
Our throne, Razumdar. We would have it back now.
So tense, your majesty. Must be this uncomfortable throne. Perhaps Raz could suggest a most comfortable cushion upon which you could sit.
Such a cushion is much too lumpy for our tastes, Cat.
Raz has much to do after this. Reports to write, missives to send. Perhaps he will go visit his family once all is done. It has been far too long since he has seen them. But first, Raz shall drink some very expensive wine.
We thank you for the aid you provided to our green and pleasant land. Newcomer, you have shown us that sometimes change is for the best.
Have no worries. I'm a mer of my word. I'll begin preparations at once to decide on appropriate allies for the Crystal Tower's defenses. It may not be a one-day affair, but it shall be done.
So you really were an investigator for the Proxy Queen? Or are you an eye of the Queen? A Psijic? I'm so confused. I could have sworn those papers were forged. I don't think I've ever met someone whose life is so complicated. If I had to map it out for an investigation, I'd imagine it'd look like the Spiral Skein. So please, try not to get into any trouble for my sake. Yes, well, better, I suppose. She's still impulsive and reckless, but I'll admit she's gotten better about taking other people into consideration. She's even shown me a few of the things she's learned while overseas. I don't, for the most part, but I'm trying to be more open-minded. There is some merit to it if you look deeply enough, and a good investigator should leave no stone unturned. We do have you to thank for the fresh start, so if nothing else, I owe it to you to try. Best of luck with your own complicated affairs.
I did say we'd only arrive in time to clean up the mess, didn't I? If it means a safer Summerset for all of us, then I'm honored to have played my part, however small. I was glad for the opportunity. When the Khajiit approached me, I thought my side investigation had finally crossed the wrong people. Fortunately, Razumdar's allegiances are in the right place, even if his methods are questionable. Into the Court of Bedlam. After I gave my report on the events at Katon Keep, my superior considered the matter closed. I, of course, disagreed, so I continued to pursue the leads we uncovered along with Linda Fway and Silery. Swimmingly, though I think Silery's brashness is rubbing off on us. We never got as close as you did to the organization's leadership, but while you were lopping off the heads of the Hydra, we were sweeping its legs out from under it. There's nothing harder to kill than an idea, believe me. The Court of Bedlam as we know it is gone, but the ideals it stood for will always appeal to some segments of our society. All we can do is be vigilant in excising their corruption. And you. It's been an honor to fight by your side.
Hey, what's this I hear about you smiting Daedric princes? Here I show you a few tricks of the trade and you go and show me up. Was it fun? I bet it was fun. Terrifying, but fun. I'm so jealous right now. Fighting a Daedric prince is what most hunters only dream of doing. But you actually did it. And you won! I should have stuck with you instead of these two tracking hounds. Not as much as you, clearly, but I've spilled my share of Daedra blood. The three of us have been rooting out the Court of Bedlam all across Summerset. Not with any official sanction, but the right people know what we're up to. The few we can trust. Nah, at this point they're scattered, broken, and disorganized. Stragglers. They'll be in hiding for a long time, but that's really just making it sporting for me. You too. And the next time you decide to square off with the dark powers of Oblivion, send a girl an invitation, will ya?
Sea Slodes, Daedric princes, Yagra, crazy cultists. I never expected so many interesting diversions when I first decided to come to Summerset. You have my admiration, my friend. May Onsi's bright blade always watch over you.
Too bad the Khajiit didn't need my help. I had a perfectly adequate speech prepared to praise your many talents. Maybe I'll recite it for you later if you want. You did good, my friend. Summerset is better for your presence.
The quality of ale and wine available in this palace is absolutely amazing. I may move in. Seriously, it was my pleasure to work with you. Maybe we can do it again someday, after I sober up a bit.
Good work, soldier. You've done a great deal for the citizens of this island.
Congratulations, Adminin. I usually avoid gatherings like this, but I'm trying to, I don't know, open up. For what it's worth, I told the Sapiarchs what you did for the people of Russafeld. And for me. Thank you again, my friend. For everything.